right is the Basilica of St. Nicholas. The church was named after the patron saint of Amsterdam, St. Nicholas. It devotes itself in particular to the vulnerable people in the city and has a key role for the inhabitants of the inner city. Some of these boats we see moored in this area. These days, the situation is very different. Houseboats are highly sought after nowadays. All of the houseboats are connected to all of the facilities. People are willing to pay considerable amounts for these floating houses. We are now sailing the old inner harbour of Amsterdam, the Kromme and the Oude Waal. Behind the locks, ships were docked, sheltered from the sea. The canal we are sailing now is called Oude Schans, or Old Ramp, yet another of the old defensive canals of the city. In the past, the city walls were on your right-hand side. Identical houses side by side, also known as the Twin Sisters. On the opposite side, there are two other duplicate houses, the Twin Brothers. Lee. Have a look at the facades of the houses we can see on the left and right of us. Here are many kinds of facades, but the most common are the stepped gable, the bell gable, the neck gable, the frame gable, and the spout or funnel gable. You can see that each house has a hoisting beam high on the facade. As doors and stairs in houses in Amsterdam are very narrow, moving is usually done using the windows. Declared that the rig of canals made the inner city of Amsterdam a successful example of early modern urban development in Europe. Ideas about the ideal city in the Renaissance were applied to the Dutch city of canals. 100 bridges here in Amsterdam. The canals are about 3 meters or 10 feet deep. The first canals were dug in the 13th century for the transfer of goods. Every time the city increased in size, more canals were dug around the center in semicircles. Central Station, which was opened to the public in 1889. The station was constructed on an artificial island along the old open harbour front. Since 1889, the station has been expanded many times. You can see the Nemo Science Museum, designed by the famous architect Renzo Piano. It looks like a ship, but it is meant to be a reflection of the eye tunnel. The Nemo was built on the entrance to the eye tunnel, connecting the center of the city with Amsterdam North. see the State Farmhouse, shipping house, built by 6 major Amsterdam shipping companies to serve as their head office, and was decorated with details from shipping history, including the voyages of the VOC. It currently serves as a very